and welcome to Terrell Talk. I'm Donna Terrell. Not long ago, Central Arkansas was all abuzz because celebrity chef Gordon Ramsey was here with his show 24 Hours to Hell and Back. He transformed two Arkansas restaurants, the Bear's Den Pizza in Conway and South Boulevard in Maumelle. While he was here, I got an exclusive one-on-one interview with Chef Ramsey as he was working at the restaurant in Maumelle. Here's what he told me. Is 24 hours enough?
24 hours for me is never enough, but it's amazing what you can do when you've got the right mindset. You know, I take these businesses very seriously. Sometimes it's not about the business, it's fixing the family first before we get to the sort of cracks beneath the surface. But I have a good team, an amazing team, culinary team that I've been together with in the last 10 years, you know, a renovation team that we've also been together for the last 5 years. So, you know, we do our homework, and I listen to the general consensus, what's happening locally first. We go in undercover. I have the surveillance, so, you know, I've got the collateral damage on a screen, so, you know, I dig deep immediately, you know, and I don't tiptoe around.
Let's talk about Bear's Den. Was it a challenge?
Bear's Den for me was possibly one of the biggest and toughest challenges I've experienced this season. A slightly deluded owner that sort of almost felt that he was still at college partying. You know, when you run a restaurant, you need to set the bar. You set standards and you keep them on a daily basis. But the fortunate thing about Bear's Den for me is that when you've got a campus like that that's housing 12,500 students, I mean, that's business right there. So I wanted to get rid of that dirty den name and awfulness, just as bad as that exhaust pipe. I wanted to get rid of that dirty den sort of feel and put, you know, something smart, exciting, and good for the families that are sending their loved ones off to college. So yeah, I mean, a tough one, but we got there in the end.
South Boulevard, how tough was this one?
South Boulevard, commonly known here as Sobo, which is a dreadful name for any restaurant, Sobo. Tough. Running a restaurant needs passion, creativity, insight, leadership qualities, everything that the owner didn't have. And so, you know, I put him through a restaurant boot camp over the last 24 hours, and fingers crossed it should all come to fruition this evening. If it doesn't, it'll come crashing down. I'll be there to pick him back up. But you need figureheads, a figurehead in the kitchen, a figurehead in the dining room, and when they're both on the same page, you know, things happen beautifully.
Very nice. I am wondering, just standing here talking to you, you're a nice guy. You give people hell. Why?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm very passionate at what I do. I came out of soccer through a bad injury. My first love was sports. Getting a second bite of the cherry in life, you know, I was very lucky. If I was flipping burgers and dressing Caesar salad, quite honestly, there's no heat in that. To get to the very top, like any profession in life, there's a price to pay for it. So I'm tough, I'm fair, I'm honest. Sometimes a little bit too early for people to hear, but what they get is the real me, I think. So, yeah, in this industry, it takes guts to survive, and it's hard enough outside these four walls, just with the economy, let alone what standards you're practicing. So if they don't work and it doesn't succeed, I look stupid. When they are successful, you don't get praise. So either way, I'm fucked.
I think we're going to have to bleep that. You realize
Maybe.
That, right?
Like, yeah, otherwise Mum will give me telling off.
You know what? I'm wondering though. I see the passion when you speak, and I hear it in your voice. So, how did you even get started in this? Why were you a cook somewhere? Did you become a chef? Did you go to school to be a chef? Who are you?
I went to France to learn my craft, and I became French. I embedded myself in the community, and I came out stinking of garlic and like a proper French cook. I mastered my craft, and so having an opportunity to help other people's failing businesses, I've made mistakes, but I've never made that same mistake twice. So I do it properly, and I want to make a difference. And so on a personal front, I've achieved everything I've ever wanted to do from a chef's point of view. I can't go any higher. So giving back, now for me, it's not about cameras, it's about making sure that they get a second bite of the cherry. I got that once, and I've never looked back. So being unselfish with these guys is important.
Your favorite meal?
My favourite meal, I get asked that question all the time. It depends who I'm with. Because if I'm out having dinner with a bunch of chefs, then we're terrible. It's like 15 surgeons dissecting every little dish. If I'm having dinner with my family, then that's a different ball game. That would be a traditional Sunday roast. We'll start off with a roasted butternut squash soup, a beautiful tri-tip, roast potatoes, Yorkshire pudding, and then for dessert I'll do, a classic sticky toffee pudding, and then fall asleep for 3 hours.
That sounds perfect. Final question. Arkansas, what do you think of our beautiful state?
Arkansas, it's a really good question. For me, growing up in the countryside in Stratford-on-Avon, this is a very sort of agriculturally-led, hard-working environment. So there's no snobbery here. What you see is what you get, and everything's tangible. You want something in life, you go and get it. So I love the work ethic here, and I depend on produce, amazing farms. So here it's in abundance. So it's a bit of an oasis for any chef. So right now, I'm like a pig in shit. Can you say shit?
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
Pleasure.
God bless.
God bless. And you can watch Gordon Ramsay's 24 Hours to Hell and Back Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock on Fox 16. I'm Donna Terrell. I'll see you next time.